What's going on, guys? Horse Forum coming at you guys today again with another video, and I'm a little late to the party on this one, but I just wanted to put my 2 cents in on this one. Kerryon Johnson, the running back for the Detroit Lions, gets waived. Bye-bye, he's gone. Now this is kind of, the writing was a little bit on the wall. We'll get that in a bit. It's a 6', 5'11", 212 pounds. Coming out of Auburn, 2,494 yards, 4.8 yards per carry, 32 touchdowns, 55 catches, 478 yards, and 2 touchdowns on a 3-year stint at Auburn. Breakout season was in 2017 at Auburn, over 1,300 yards and 20 overall touchdowns. Had a really nice 2017. Lions ended up drafting this kid in the second round, 43rd overall in 2018. He had about a third round grade, I would say. It wasn't the most highly touted running back coming out of college, but he was a top 10 running back coming out of college. I think they had him. I think he was about 7th or 8th, lingering around there. Like I said, not highly touted, but a top 10 guy. So he comes to the pros, comes to the Detroit Lions, 1,225 yards, 8 touchdowns, 4.3 yards per carry. Those yards per carry went down every year. Had a nice rookie year. 61 catches, 527 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and 3 fumbles since 2018. So 18, 19, 20. He was here for 3 years. You know what I mean? Kind of production went down every single year. From his rookie season. Injuries piled up, man. Guy had a knee brace the size of his head on his knee. Coming back to the Lions in his second year. Just missed a lot of games. Missed 14 games in 3 years. Didn't miss any games last year though, but there's a reason for that, because he barely seen the field. He lost his job to a rookie running back in DeAndre Swift, who is better than him in almost everything you can think of, and he also lost his job to a 35-year-old running back in Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson is a Hall of Famer. It's no knock on Adrian Peterson, but you can't beat a 35-year-old. Okay, that's, the writing just gets a little bit more on the wall. Like, you know what I mean? When you become a third string running back, and your job is to become a blocker, which he became one of the best running back block. He became one of the best blockers in the NFL at his position. So, but he would get maybe 1 or 2 carries a game. He'd catch a ball here and there. Just the writing was on the wall, man. It wasn't good enough. Deuce Staley, the new running backs coach, came in and was like, I want every single guy to be able to block. That's one thing he can do, but there's other things too, man. Best ability is availability. And that's a real thing in the NFL. And he's probably one of the better blockers on the team. Jamal Williams is no slouch though. But there's a couple things to look at on why he possibly could have gotten released. He's only 23 years old. You know what I mean? But when they signed running back Jamal Williams in the offseason out of Green Bay, that was one of them. Because Jamal can do a lot of things that Kerryon can do and can't do. You know what I mean? Jamal Williams can run the football. Jamal Williams can catch the ball in the backfield as well. And he's a willing blocker. He's a pretty good blocker himself. Is he the best in the NFL? No. But he is willing, and he's good at it. So, and he's extremely durable. Williams has been in the league a few years as well. Like, I want to say 4. I want to say 4 or 5 years. I could be off on a year or two about that. But he's a guy that's really has missed a lot of time. Maybe a couple games here and there. But he's a very durable back. And 2, the second reason why possibly he could have been let go was, hey man, they drafted running back Jamar Jefferson out of Oregon State. You know what I mean? They drafted him in the 7th round, and then they picked up undrafted free agents running back Dedrick Mills, a pretty big kid, 5'10", 5'11", 220 plus pounds, out of Nebraska. He's a transfer though too, I think, as well. I will be doing videos on those guys, and they also picked up running back Raheem Boyd. who probably should have went maybe the 6th or 7th round as well. We picked him up as an undrafted free agent. Now you ask yourself, okay, well, Mark, man, those guys are, Jamar Jefferson's a 7th round pick, and Mills and Boyd are undrafted free agents. How can Kerryon Johnson be on the bubble? How can they let a guy like that go? They barely gave him a chance. Well, when you miss 14 games in 3 years and you're 23 and your knees are that of a 75-year-old man, the writing's on the wall. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I repeat myself, the writing is on the wall, and it's unfortunate for him. Maybe he'll catch on. I don't really know if he'll catch on to another team, but there's a chance. I don't think he'll ever be a starter. Personally, I don't think he'll ever be a starter. He adds a lot of value in his blocking, which is good. He can catch a couple passes out of the backfield. He doesn't have burst anymore, though. He doesn't have the burst. He was never really fast to begin with. He had a little bit of acceleration, you know what I mean, coming out of college. He had a couple big games for Detroit. He was the first guy to break the 100-yard barrier in Detroit in the last 6-7 years or something like that. There was a record that Detroit Lions never had a 100-yard rusher for I believe it was, he got drafted 2018. We didn't have one, and who was the last guy to do it? Reggie Bush. Was it 2013, 2014? You know what I mean? So it was a 5-6 year problem, and he came and he had a couple big games. The one big game I can remember him having was against Miami. I think he had over 100 in his rookie season, and he had over 100 against the Patriots. After that, I don't remember. I'm going to be dead honest with you. After that, I don't remember, and I don't think he's a bad football player. I don't, but it was time. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? You can't stay healthy, and we're not going to keep you as a 2nd round pick as a guy that's just going to be a blocker. There's just going to be a blocker that's going to occasionally catch a pass or two. Well, they found the blocking guy in running back Jamal Williams, and he's produced as well. So right there, the writing was on the wall, and it was just the icing on the cake was grabbing the 3 running backs over the weekend. You know what I mean? And the third kind of thing was, I question his heart. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there questioning his heart, man. You never really seen, and this is the thing with the heart thing. You got to be really careful, though. You have to be super careful with this, because this is a business, the NFL. It's totally a business, and you should be prepared 24/7, but you shouldn't make it your life 24/7. Just my opinion. This is just my opinion. You have to have friends, you have to have girlfriends, you have to have hobbies, you have to be able to do something with your life. These are young kids, man. These are young guys with a lot of money in their bank. As long as they're smart, but you have to do things outside of football. You know what I mean? But with Kerryon Johnson, I question his heart, man. Every interview I've ever seen him play, he never had that fire. Every interview every interview I watched of him, never really seen the fire, never seen the excitement. He didn't really care about DeAndre Swift getting drafted here. Never made it like a big issue. Didn't say, okay, man, you want to draft Swift? Okay, maybe he said that inside, but he never voiced it on Twitter or social media or anything like that. The guy was playing Call of Duty. You know what I mean? I'm playing Call of Duty during the draft, man. Oh, they drafted DeAndre Swift? Okay, that's awesome. See you at the clubhouse, kid. See you in the clubhouse. You know what I mean? On Instagram, man, with pictures of him and his girlfriend on the beach, and that's cool, man. You know what I mean? But you got other guys on the Lions and other guys in the NFL in NFL circles that are showing pictures of them working out and grinding, trying to get better. You never seen that from him. And I also have a feeling, and this is just my opinion right here. This is just my opinion. It could be totally false, but when Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell came to this team, they made it clear that they wanted football players, that they wanted guys that wanted to play football for the Lions, for one, and just pretty much cared about football all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to have a life, but they wanted guys that loved the game. They wanted gamers. And I can almost, and I just have a feeling, I can almost guarantee you that Campbell Campbell and Holmes either talked to him at the same time, and I bet you they felt the bad vibes. He was just a guy that just didn't seem to care. He was a guy that seemed just to collect a check every week, and that's okay. If that's how you want to be in the NFL, that's fine. I got nothing against Kerryon Johnson for that, man. Go get it, son. You know what I mean? Go get that money. You know what I mean? But as a player and stuff like that, man, you want to show some passion at least. You know what I mean? And I don't believe he showed any passion. I don't believe he really did. And I bet you when either they hung up on a Zoom call, whatever they did, because we got all this COVID thing going on with recently going on. They probably had a Zoom call with him. Maybe they brought him in and talked to him. I don't really know, but I bet you it wasn't a great interview. I bet you it was like one of those with like nothing like. Not like I'm not gonna knock the kid, but like maybe it was just like, man, this kid don't seem to be in it. Like, you know what I mean? He doesn't seem to want to play football. He just seems, just to be here, man. So I think it's time to move on, man. And they grabbed 3 running backs over the weekend, and that there you go. It was written in stone. You know what I mean? It was written in stone that he was gonna go. Had a feeling that he was gonna maybe stay on the team for one more year, but after the weekend and when they picked up the 3 running backs, I knew he was gone. I had a feeling that he was pretty much gone. So that's it, man. That's it, guys. Kerryon Johnson is no longer a Detroit Lion. We're looking for that number 3. It'll be between Jamar Jefferson, Dedrick Mills, and Rakeem Boyd. Don't sleep on Rakeem Boyd. I like him a lot, and don't sleep on Jamar Jefferson. Even Mills has got some talent to his name. So that's it, guys. Kerryon Johnson on his way out. Who knows where he goes? My prediction is that maybe he'll head over to the Patriots. I think that's a possibility that he could go over to the Patriots and reunite with Matt Patricia, but who knows? But anyways, guys, that's it. Thanks for listening to the video. Don't forget to subscribe in the bottom right. Don't forget to hit the notification bell up top. Get all my videos, and don't forget to like and comment. It's all about the likes and comments. Thanks, guys. Go Lions. Boom.